Lucky Dube, the African reggae voice that conquered the world. He was more than a musician. He was more than a reggae singer. He was a voice for the oppressed, a storyteller for Africa, and a global symbol of resistance through music. This is the story of Lucky Dube, Africa's best-selling reggae artist of all time. Chapter 1. Who was Lucky Dube? Lucky Philip Dube was born on August 3, 1964, in Ermelo, in what was then Transvaal, now known as Mpumalanga, South Africa. He would grow up to record 22 albums in just 25 years, earn global recognition, and use reggae music as a weapon against injustice. In 1996, his worldwide record sales earned him the title of Best-Selling African Musician at the World Music Awards. But his journey did not begin with fame. Chapter 2. Early Life and Childhood. Lucky Dube's parents separated before he was born. He was raised by his mother, who named him Lucky because his birth came after several failed pregnancies, a blessing she never took for granted. Alongside his siblings, Lucky spent much of his childhood with his grandmother, Sarah. Years later, in a 1999 interview, Lucky Dube would describe her as, "My greatest love, the woman who multiplied very little into everything I needed to become who I am. That foundation shaped his discipline, humility, and worldview." Chapter 3. Humble Beginnings in Music. Before the stage lights and world tours, Lucky Dube worked as a gardener, but he knew education was his way forward. At school, he joined a choir and later formed his first band, the Skyway Band. It was during this period that he discovered the Rastafari movement, a philosophy that would later define his music, message, and identity. At 18 years old, he joined his cousin's group, the Love Brothers, performing mbakanga, a popular Zulu pop style. They signed with Teal Record Company and released Lucky Dube and the Super Soul. This was also when Lucky Dube began learning English, preparing unknowingly for a global audience, searching for his voice. In 1986, Lucky Dube experimented with different sounds. Alongside his cousin Richard Saluma, he released an Afrikaans album titled Die Kopsedans, followed by an EP called Help My Crap, under the stage name Hansi. But something was missing. The music did not yet reflect the message burning inside him. Chapter 5. The Reggae Turning Point. Inspired by Jamaican legends Jimmy Cliff and Peter Tosh, Lucky Dube recognized something powerful. Reggae spoke about oppression, freedom, and resistance, the same struggles faced by black South Africans under apartheid. In 1984, he released his first reggae project, Rastas Never Die. The album sold poorly, just 4,000 copies, compared to his mbakanga records that sold 30,000. Then the apartheid government stepped in. In 1985, the album was banned for its politically charged lyrics, including the song War and Crime. But Lucky Dube did not stop. Chapter 6. Breakthrough and Rise. Later that same year, he released Think About the Children. This time, the impact was undeniable. The album achieved platinum status, establishing Lucky Dube as a major reggae force in South Africa and soon the world. From that point forward, there was no turning back. Chapter 7. Global Success and Awards. Between the late 1980s and early 2000s, Lucky Dube dominated African reggae. 1989, 4 OKTV Awards for Prisoner. 1990, Award for Captured Live. 1991, 2 awards for House of Exile. 1993, Victim sells over 1 million copies worldwide. In 1995, he signed a global recording deal with Motown Records. A year later, his compilation Serious Reggae Business earned him Best-Selling African Recording Artist, World Music Awards, International Artist of the Year, Ghana Music Awards. Lucky Dube toured internationally, sharing stages with Sinéad O'Connor, Peter Gabriel, and Sting. He even performed at Reggae Sunsplash in 1991, earning a rare 25-minute encore, and later appeared at Live 8 Johannesburg in 2005. Chapter 8. Message and Impact. Lucky Dube used reggae as a tool for education and resistance. His lyrics confronted apartheid, colonialism, the African slave trade, racial inequality. He didn't imitate reggae, he Africanized it, reconnecting the diaspora to its roots. Through music, Lucky Dube gave Africa a global voice. On October 18, 2007, tragedy struck. Lucky Dube was shot and killed in Rosettenville, a suburb of Johannesburg, shortly after dropping two of his children at a relative's home. He was driving a Chrysler 300C, targeted during a robbery. The attackers did not recognize him. 5 men were arrested. 3 were convicted in 2009 and sentenced to life imprisonment. Africa lost a giant. Chapter 10. But legends never die. In 2008, a compilation titled Retrospective was released internationally. In 2017, Gallo Records honored him with The Times We've Shared. His music continues to echo, not just in Africa, but in places as far as remote Aboriginal communities in Australia, where he was once described as bigger than the Beatles. Lucky Dube did not just make music, he made history. And through his voice, Africa spoke and the world listened.
This one is called No Matter How Hard They Can Try, but nobody can stop reggae because